Hey guys, this is Danny and welcome back to another episode of the Stampy building competition. However, as you can see by the title, this one is a little bit different because this is the Lovelier Stampies, or the Stampy's Lovelier building competition. So basically the rules of this one, compared to the regular one, is it's one of Stampy's builds, so this week is the Pick a Pet Shop, and it's lovelier though. So the criteria I will be using for judging this is how much better the build looks, how it was Stampy, how that person whoever built it improved Stampy's build, and lastly, is it kind of recognizable to a Stampy build, or is it just totally different, totally custom? Because since it's not just build a pet shop, the goal is to build the lovelier pet shop. So you want to build something that people would know that it's kind of Stampy's lovelier pet shop. So those are the three criteria that I'm going to be basing it off today. So the first one I'm going to be starting with is right behind me over here. This is by Kazoo. This is the Pick-a-Bruh Pet Shop. And I'm really liking how the roof matches and blends in. It's a total epic gamer strat when you make the roof blend in with your wall. Genius building technique right there. And I love how the roof is in line with this and it doesn't hang over. I love that little detail as well. Like, for example, this one has the roof hanging over and this one doesn't. So another nice detail. I like the door. And the sheep on the inside with the burning campfire. And can I see it? Yeah. So can you? Okay, hi sheep. Well, I like the brown concrete powder. It looks nice, and the window is cool. Like the window with the smoke. So yeah, Kazoo. So far, this is my favorite one. So currently, Kazoo is in the lead. So the next thing we're gonna be going to down this very interesting path over here is this Pick-a-Pet Shop, which is built by Jace. So one thing I do like right off the bat is I like how there's the fish tanks when you first spawn in. I do remember there being fish. They might have despawned when you first spawn in, when you first walk up. So yeah, I think there were a fish in there originally, but unfortunately they aren't there. I also like how you put the stripe across of the spruce log. I think that definitely separates the wall and makes it look pretty nice. One thing I would suggest would be to add the dark oak upside down stairs. I don't know whether it lagged out or not, or whether you're going to do this, but one suggestion I would have would be definitely add that, because it definitely rounds off the roof a little bit nicer right there. Just a little tip from Danny there. So if you come inside, I like the floor. This is actually a really creative floor because it kind of looks like a stone path thing. This is actually props for the floor. I like your choice on that, by the way. So here are the bunnies. Hello, bunnies. How are you? Have a little carrot over there. Right over here, we have a little cage for the birds, which is pretty cool. You have them all in there. You put a little tree. These are the fish, so you have a turtle and all that stuff. The water animals. I like the turtle. Very nice how you made a nice little cage for that. Or, not a cage, an aquarium. Over here, we have the doggos. I love the doggos. Doggos are great. We have a fox. Ooh, I love fox. Fox are great. There's a diamond. Diamond. Over here, I like the cat thing, too. The cat thing is very nice how you added that. And I think the cats are drowning, but that's okay. And then we have a person over here, the checkout guy. So very nice. One thing I would suggest again for the future for our builds is I like to, whenever you make the walls, it's always good to make the roof something different that stands out. Whether, I don't know what I'd put in here, maybe something white, maybe some sort of darker block. Or, you can always play around with it. Maybe spruce planks or just something to help it stand out a little bit. And also, another tip, I had one, but I forgot it, would be to add maybe like a carpet here for a bit of color and that. But still, good job, Jace, just leaving Danny's expert tip analysis of the day. But yeah, good job, Jace. I like, the floor is definitely my favorite part. I think that's a really cool floor. Very creative. But yeah, good job. So that one is now my new favorite. So this is Luna's. And Luna said, Danny made me build this. I did. Sorry, Luna. I needed people to build, so Luna's building. But yeah, one thing I do like about it is I like the doors. I think this is a really cool thing to do with doors, is when you have them open as trapdoors. I love doing that personally myself. But one thing that I know will frustrate some people is I don't always follow this rule. But as you can see, if you pretend like these doors will close, it will end up closing here and there'll be a gap in the middle. So sometimes it's kind of hard to play with it. Sometimes you may want to, this case is weird with the path, but sometimes you may want to make one side longer to make it so it actually closes correctly, but that doesn't look good, so that's just one case. I think what you did was the right decision, was to only have 2 because it does look better, but for builds, sometimes you do want to keep in mind how realistic it would be if the doors were like that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter much. Maybe you could put one here. Oh, I seem like I'm doing it wrong. You could put one like this or something on this side to make it seem like it's like gonna close or whatever. You really never know what you could do, but I think what you did was the right decision. And I also like the letters. I think quartz letters also look really cool on builds. And another tip that I have is beehives are a great block for flooring. Beehives are awesome to use for floors because it's like a different type of oak plank. So that's really creative. This is the grooming station. Very nice. I love this. It's very nice. And then you have the dogs that are chilling by the light blocks. You gave them beds, which is very fancy. What does this say? I know that. No, it's beautiful, Luna. It's incredible. And then you have the cats. I like the cats and how you did them different colors. Very nice. And the windows make it feel very bright in here. Also, the roof has a creative design as well, having all this. It's kind of like a pattern, but different. And it's very creative. It looks like these are arrows pointing into the center. So yeah, very interesting build, Luna, and yeah, it's definitely not, you think it's bad, but it's not that terrible. I would give the edge to Jace by a tad, but so currently Jace is our leader, but not bad, Luna, by all means. So the next thing we're going to be going to is right over here. This is going to be Drew's. So this is another person I forced to build, Drew, but Drew is very good at building, so it's going to be very cool. So here's Lovelier Pick a Pet Shop by Drew Lord. One thing I do like is how it kind of feels like a Pick a Pet shop using the blocks. Jace kind of felt like it as well, but I think the sandstone definitely gives it a feel. And one thing I love about the build is the texturing. I love how he has the sandstone and the brown concrete powder as kind of a texturing within it, so it's not an all solid block. The texturing within it makes it really nice. And yeah, let's see what it is. Overall, the front does look pretty good, Drew. I think it's pretty cool. Maybe one thing I would do potentially is, I'm not sure, I'd have to try it, is put slabs here like this to try and round it off. I don't know, I think that looks okay. You can do it either way, but that's just one thing I would do. And on the inside, I do like how you made the flooring consistent. We have the Googly gang, so there's a bunch of them in there. We have farm animals, so look at the panda's face. It's like, please let me out. I don't like it in here. But you're amazing, Panda. It's okay. These are the tameable animals, so the birds and the cats and the cow. Look at that. One thing, I do think it looks nice in here, but I definitely have to give props to Jace for making actual themed parts in it. But there still is an upstairs, so you never know what's up there. This is the ocelot, and these are the polar bears. I do like how you have the carrots and stuff. This is a cool feature. And the washing station, very creative idea. But I like how he has like the stuff you can kind of buy as the pet food. And then you have the cashier kazoo. Hello, kazoo. So yeah, I like the upstairs, but I think Jace, I do give props to Jace for the extra detail, but that's still nice. However, I smashed my face in the door. One thing I do also like is how it's not perfectly symmetrical. Excuse me. Some builds are nice when it is nice to have symmetry, but it's also nice when builds aren't perfectly symmetrical and they still look good. Like in this case, it's nice having the door over here. Gives the build some detail. And over here we have the rideable animals. Nice. I like how you added this outside area. Very nice. An aquarium with the squid and all the fish in there. And then over here, it can't be a Drew build without the honey hives. So here's the honey hives. Over here, you can buy all your honey stuff. I definitely like the detail you put with the outside, so that's very nice. So, due to all the extra detail that you put into the outside, it definitely gives you a boost. So I would definitely scoot Drew into the lead. But I did really like how Jace did the pens, like how the detailed things like with the tree, with the birds. But I definitely have to give the edge to Drew right now due to the extra detail on the outside. And also, I didn't even look at the sign on top, which looks pretty cool. So good job, Drew. And one thing I just wanted to say midway through right here is if you guys want to see tutorials on any of these builds, with the owner's permission, of course, whether it's the winner or the ones you like, if you guys want tutorials on one, make sure to let me know in the comments below. You can always feel free to like others' comments who suggest tutorials, because the like comment, if I see a bunch of likes on a comment, it definitely helps me to know, or if I just see a bunch of comments. But definitely like other people's comments if you agree. If you want to see tutorials on specific people's builds with their permission, of course. But yeah, I would definitely be down to do that. So then you guys can have some of these builds in your own world. But it's up to you guys if you want that. Over here, we have George, who said, a.k.a. George likes to draw. And right here we have, and there's more next to the build. Also, hi YouTube. Hello, George. So right over here, this build stands out. It does look nice, but one thing is, since it is Stampy's Lovelier World, or Lovelier building, not Lovelier World, the Lovelier building competition, I would definitely say that I would definitely have to take away points because you can't recognize it, but I do think it looks good. I'm not taking away from the build. I'm saying that based off the Stampy build, you kind of can't recognize it, but it's still a very nice build nonetheless. Over here, I do like the van. I think the van is a very cool idea, so props for the van. Awesome, awesome detail. We also have a dog, so hello, dog. And the sign is also pretty cool as well. If you head on inside, you have the staff. They have a chair. I love the chair. You get comfortable in here. Another thing I would suggest is probably to change the floor because it's very brown in here. And also, it's very, if you have the dark next to the spruce, there's a lot of darker blocks. So potentially if you made the floor wool or some sort of tile or just something different to help it stand out a little bit. But I like how you have this through here. You have the toys. The fish tank looks very nice back there. You have the toys and food over here. Then you have the pets, the house pets, and the exotic pets. I like how you labeled them as well. And the pandas. They seem to be pretty happy in here. So that's awesome. Danny's family. I like this. Bonus points for that. It's a very good build, George. I would definitely give the edge to Drew, though, still, because of the familiarity of it. But it's still very nice outside. I do think it looks really nice for a build, whether it's a simple pet shop or whatever else it wants to be. But for Stampy, I definitely have to give points away, like I said, for the Stampy theme. But very nice there. Now, if we head back here, we have CJ's. And one thing that CJ did right over here is I like the banners. The banners are very cool because I haven't seen that theme, so very cool theme with that. I also like how it's black because it kind of looks neon. Look, I hit the target's balloon up there. But if you head into here, we have the inside, which has a fish tank over here. We have a parrot for $100 over here. Very nice. We have some Danny's doggos for $300, expensive doggos. And we have over here, we have the cats and the rabbits. So for this build, it's definitely, I definitely like what you did on the outside, making it kind of creative with the fences up here. I think it adds some texture. Also, you did decide to do a creative shape. But one thing that I would suggest for this build is to add a bit more color in here because it feels slightly duller themed, whether you added some sort of carpet or tables or flower pots or something. It's not bad by all means. I also like how you decide to put the chandeliers, but the one suggestion I would have would be to add a bit more color. But I do like the creativity you had with the design of it. Rather than just making it a square, you added the little depth to the front and the banners, which is pretty cool. And yeah, good job though, CJ. And also like these, how these are like the cashiers are open. So it seems like there's probably supposed to be a minecart in here. But I do like that theme right there, which is pretty cool. So yeah, good job to CJ. The next one over here we have to go to is Jonathan, aka Spotty Mug. So here's Jonathan's, which he decided to make a ginormous cat on the top, which is awesome. The cat pixel art is really good. So good job for that. And yeah, I also like how you decided to keep the consistent theme right over here with the sandstone. The one thing I would suggest would potentially be to try and round off the corners a little bit, whether you did something like that, maybe use slabs. You have to play around with it, but it seems a little bit square at the top, but you know, you can always do it. You can always play around with it. But on the inside, very colorful. Didn't seem like, I don't know whether he didn't get to finish or not, maybe, but oh, Kevin! Oh my, Derpy Kevin. I love Derpy Kevin. Bonus points for Derpy Kevin. But yeah, not the most pet shop interior I've ever seen. I like the jumping horse on the chairs, but definitely the big standout thing for this build is the cat. The cat looks awesome, by the way, Jonathan. So good job there with the cat. And the inside, I love Kevin. Kevin's great. But I do have to give the edge to Drew Lord based on the outside of his build looks really awesome. And now we have to head, I think there's 3 more, I believe. And the first, 4 actually. 4 more. We have a lot of people for the day. So next over here, we have Bro Furies. And the front of Bro Furies looks really cool because he has the detail with the bamboo. I love the lettering, how you kept it the same color and used the stairs. That's awesome. And you also kept the theme. The one thing I give props to Drew Lord for compared to Bro Furies is the sandstone that he threw into it. But I really like the Bro Fury has a lot of detail and depth in the build, which looks awesome. And if we head on the inside, over here, you have the cages. So here's a bird cage. I love how you can see it through the outside. And then we have the cats with the little cat climbing thing. The dogs all peacefully chilling in there. And the rabbits in the... Yep. The drowning rabbits. Love the drowning rabbits. So if we head up here, I like the wall choice up here. Very nice wall. And this is basically all the storage and all the stuff you can buy. And then our cashier, Fluffy. Oh, Fluffy, I love that. That's bonus points for Fluffy. So yes, very nice build, Bro Fury. This is tough. Oh, the fish tank on the outside. I love the fish tank on the outside. Or the squid tank. I thought it was the shark tank. Oh, I love this because it represents the other one on the outside. Ooh. It's very close between him and Drew. But for the little details, like the shark tank and the Fluffy up there, I love those little details, those little things to kind of separate it off. Those are the things that just boosted over the edge of Drew's, but still very close between the two. Let's go to this one first. Right over here, we have the Pick a Pet Pet Shop by CWC. So I really like the trees you put on the front. I think it adds a nice detail there. And on the inside, you have the polar bears, the cow and the pigs. Hello, cows and pigs. The chickens. So this is actually, I think, where the chickens were in the first one. And this is the checkout area. So I know CWC joined late, so he may not have had the most time to do it. But he still ended up doing it. And he also changed up the color on the front with the letters. The one thing that I would suggest would be to shrink the A like this to make it kind of symmetrical with the door. And then you could scoot this over and do this. Now it doesn't stick off the build as much. And it should be symmetrical on there. Oh, let me just fix that. So that definitely helps a little bit. With that, there's a turtle on the outside. I like how you put the ring around the outside with the birch. That looks pretty cool. Like that adds some detail. But yeah, good job, CWC. But I still have to give the edge to Bro Fury right over there. So next one we have is Dylan over here. And Dylan's looks really cool because he has it kind of has like layers and an overhang. I really like the overhang he put. And also the little detail in the front here. So right here we have the Pick a Pet entrance. Oh, I love the floor you chose in here. It feels very naturey with like the woods and the dogs and the ocelot. And yeah, very nice. Let's see what this is. Staff only. Hello, dog. Oh, display dog. I didn't see that. But yeah, let's head upstairs to Dylan's right over here. Oh, I love this. I like how this feels when you come up here. I love the fish tank. This is the thing that sticks off. This is going to be very close. We have the pet food. And then the dog grooming service. Oh, the dog grooming service is awesome. And then the birds. And what's this? Is this a balcony? You even have a balcony. That's lit. What dog thing has a balcony? So, one thing I would like to see in here was a bit more texturing, again, with the brown concrete. So, if whether you threw a bit more around here, and then you added some of our, like how Drew did with the sandstone, the regular sandstone for texturing. But, ooh, this is very nice. This is very nice. This is close. Oh, geez. I don't know. Bro Fury's and Dylan's are very similar. Oh, gosh. I don't know. I really don't. Oh, my gosh. I think the one thing that's given me the edge on Bro Furies when looking at both is the colored letters, honestly. They're both really awesome, but the colored letters on the front, if you had the colored letters, it'd be really close, but I think they're really good. They're both awesome, by the way, guys, so I can't really choose one, but I think I have to go with Bro Furies because I like the color on the front. But awesome job, guys. That's really good. And now the last one we have to go to is Polly's. And I saw a sneak peek of Polly's. He went very detailed with this one. Also, Kazoo's. Nice. Awesome. Love it. And, yeah, Polly went pretty crazy here. So we have the ostrich, flamingo, turkey, geese, goose, duck, bird. Cool. So he decided to make a little parking lot. Very awesome feature. And over here, we have the Pick a Pet restaurant. Hopefully you don't serve the pets here. I would hope not, but Pick a Pet restaurant. Over here, you have a little water well type thing, which is pretty cool. I love the detailing. And I like how you did the letters. That looks awesome how you did the letters with like the mixed concrete. That looks really cool. Have little fish things over here, which is very cool. One thing I probably would have done for me is add a little bridge and have it so the fish can swim under, but it doesn't look bad. And on the inside here, you have the cat 300 each. Wow. Doggo 500. I feel like in Minecraft that seems like a lot, but it's not a lot for real life. Because, like, dogs are expensive. Then we have the clustered animals, the farm animals over here, and the horse 700. Expensive. Googlies. Well, they're all out. They're all sold out. And the birds. Then out the back, you have a little fish from the fishy game. $10,000 each. Yep. So there's that. I also like how you put the path. Oh, wait, no. You didn't put this here. That's there. Up to Did Start. So, yeah. I love the detail you did here. But the reason I have to give the edge to Bro Fury is I love the outside detail. But the inside, his has, like, the second floor. And, the dog grooming service in Dylan's was definitely awesome, though. I still, they're so close. Can I choose a dual winner, guys? Can we say Dylan and Bro Fury are tied? Please. That's what we're doing. Oh, there's an upstairs. Ooh, this may change it. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, you even have an upstairs with offices and stuff. Ew, this is why you have to do this to me, guys. Why you have to do this to me. This is awesome, Polly. Ooh, there's even a living room. Like, crazy. Ooh, what's this? Oh, gosh. I think I have to get 4. Since the pens are a little bit clustered in the inside, I do have to give the slight edge to Dylan and Bro Fury. But I do love the detailing with this. It looks really good, Polly. This is an awesome build. Awesome job. But I have to give him the edge. But there were so many awesome builds today. This is an amazing first time of doing the Lovelier building competition. I hope it was interesting for you guys. And hopefully you learned some with some of the tips I said. But Bro Fury and Dylan both did such a great job. I can't really choose one. They both look awesome. I don't know, man. I don't know. But thank you guys. Oh, my God. You even have access to this? That's crazy. Thank you guys for watching this episode. If you guys, like I said, want to see any tutorials on this slams into a wall in the future, let me know in the comments below, and I would gladly do them for you. And, yeah, this is pretty awesome. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, guys.